نزدیک دیگه کویه رو لذاب می‌خواستیم. Ora vedere ciò che meglio American. I'd like to say a few words in English, and then I'm going to tiptoe through both languages. Before we start this exhibition, which is quite a unique exhibition, I'd like to take a moment and to pay our respects towards those who are no longer with us. And why is it that I wish to do that? It's because, first and foremost, it is a privilege to have Susan Dessel with us, who is of the Jewish community. And the fact that she is here and we're collaborating is a symbol of respect and cultural exchange and mutual understanding. And that is very crucial in this era for people to come together, appreciate one another, hear one another, and discover one another. Through the arts, it's the utmost and most profound way. I myself, unfortunately, am here due to a tragic accident that happened in Shushi. 2 children died, and I've been there for 4 days. And we lost 4 soldiers also. So it reminds me of those who are no longer with us. So automatically, the victims of the Holocaust, the Jewish Holocaust, the Armenian genocide, come to mind. And I'd like just all of us to take a moment and reflect upon that and show our respect with silence before we start. One of the good things that happens in Navigacy Art Institute is that opportunities are born for various cultures and religions and talents to come together. And in this case, Susan has joined us from New York. And the way things happen, a lot of things happen through providence. We believe that some things are meant to happen. And the fact that you are here, the fact that this exhibition has come together with the help of Susan, with the help of the U.S. Embassy, Thomas is here. The fact that everyone has come together in this profound manner demands respect. Susan, we are honored that you are here. It is an honor to see, at first I thought we had stars hanging, so it's a blessing from above. But then when you explained a little while that Susan was explaining the meaning, which I'd like you to elaborate on, it comes to prove how Armenians and Jews have coexisted in our history, and the very fact that these beautiful ornaments that you have made hang here today is a symbol of that unity, of coexistence and respect. I raise my, it's an Armenian tradition to raise the glass to the fact that this collaboration has been born with all of us coming together. Imirza Hashem, let this be the beginning of something, and please elaborate and take us into your world of coexistence. Genas.
Hi. I will speak in English because it is the only language I am able to address you in. And Susanna, the incredible president of the Arts and Cultural Studies Laboratory, who put together the residency program that enabled me to be here with you today, and then to come and meet Levon and be in Navigacy. It's just all really, really wonderful. And I think that Nera really gets the point of what this installation is. When I was coming to Armenia, I wanted to find work to do that was personally meaningful to me.
նաև կազմակերպությանը, որը ես ներկայացնում եմ, արվեստի մշակութային ուսումնասիրությունների լաբորատորիա, որը զարգացում է արվեստագետների միջազգային ռեզիդենսի, միջազգային կացարան, եւ փաստորեն Սյուզանը մասնակցում է այդ ծրագրերի շրջանակում, փաստորեն այդ հրավերով եկավ եւ իմ կողմից շնորհակալություն եմ հայտնում Արվեստի արվեստի միությանը, Նայքին, շնորհակալություն այս համագործակցության համար։ Սա մեր երկրորդ համագործակցությունն է, որ հուսով եմ կշարունակվի, ոչ վերջինն է։ Եվ փաստորեն Սյուզանը փորձում է հիմա մոտենում է նկարագրությանը, թե ինչպես նա եկավ Հայաստան եւ առհասարակ խղացքը գործի, ոնց խղացավ այդ մտահղացումը այս նախագծի, որ հիմա ասենք իրականացվել է եւ դուք տեսնում։
And I hope you will each take a brochure because there is text in the brochure that Mr. Tom Nicknaut and the U.S. Embassy very generously provided for us. And one of the people you will read about is Moses, whose last name I hope I pronounced right, who generously opened his ceramic workshop to me. And so the piece that I decided to make was based on information that I had read about a medieval Jewish cemetery that had been discovered in Yerkes in 1999, but the cemetery was from the 1300s.
Դարձած շնորհակալություն նաև Մովսես Ավետիսյանի, Մխիթարսեւ Աստվածու կրթահամալիրի կից կավեգործության արվեստանոցում իրականացվեց այս գործը, Մովսեսին շնորհակալություն իր բոլոր ընկերների հետ միասին, անչափ իսկապես Սյուզանը երախտապարտը մի քանի անգամ նշել է, եւ հետո անդրադառնում է գործին, փաստորեն մտահղացումը նա հայտնաբերել էր, իմացել էր, որ Հայաստանում կա հրեական գերեզմանոց միջնադարի, որը պեղումների ընթացքում հայաստորեն հայտնաբերվել 1995 թվականին։
So when I learned about the cemetery, it was very interesting because the stones showed that the Jewish community was a very religiously practicing Jewish community, but they were also very integrated into the greater Armenian community. And the stones, for example, had Aramaic and Hebrew text and Armenian iconography on them. And if you haven't been to Yerkes, you should go to Yerkes. It is a very moving experience.
Փաստորեն Սյուզան այցելել է Երևանցում այդ գերեզմանոցը հրեական, միջև բացումը ցուցահանդեսին նա մեկնեց Երևանից եւ չնայած ասենք համայնքի հրեական համայնքի միջնադարում որոշակի ինքնասում մի կողմից կարծես թե համայնք էր, որը ենթադրում է որոշակի առանձին ասենք ապրելու կամ կենցաղային եւ կանոնական եւ մշակութային ասենք բոլոր առանձնահատկություններով նաև շատ ինտեգրված էին հայկական համայնքի մեջ։
So to be brief, because you can read in the brochure about it, I wanted to do something that involved women because that is very important to me. And I learned that the Jewish women were obligated to breastfeed their babies for 24 months, and when they couldn't, the Armenian women would help be midwives. And it showed the intimacy between the women and the importance of life more than the importance of differences. And so the entire exhibit, they had to breastfeed for 24 months. So this is January, the first line. This is December, the last line, and the number of forms on each line is the number of days in the month. And because each is a Jewish woman represented by a star, and an Armenian woman represented by a kachkar,
Kachkar is cross.
Then it's representing 2 years, the 24 months. And there is a mirror piece also behind you, and I will not tell you the quote because I hope you will read it. But back to what Nerak said, the world is in great need of understanding the other. And Armenians and Jews have a history of being the other around the world, and we need to be leaders in understanding that you need to be sensitive and to think and to work together and to collaborate. And I'm so happy. Thank you so much for having me.
Նարեգացի արվեստի միջան համար իսկապես բադիվ է, որ այսօր Թոմաս Միդախտը մեր հետ է, որովհետև առաջին անգամ չէ, որ կհամագործակցին։ Խոսքը գնում է անցյալի եղած դարբեր միջոցառումների մասին եւ հուսով եմ, որ վերջինը չի։
I'm glad that Narek and Susan both emphasized the community aspect of both this art project and what the Jewish cemetery represents, because it shows, as Susan mentioned, a good example of different communities being able to maintain their differences, but living together in harmony and sharing the things that they have to offer to each other. It's actually a coincidence that that this art project happened to focus on the Jewish cemetery, because the book that Susan was just given was also financed by the U.S. Embassy. So Rima mentioned that when she was speaking in Russian earlier, but didn't have a chance to explain it to you. And I mean, in the case of Susan, we thought, well, gee, what a great opportunity. Usually we have to go through great lengths to try to bring American artists to Armenia. And here we had one landed right on our lap, asking for a little support, and we were more than happy to do so, to support the arts and in particular an American artist in Armenia. But it was, as I say, a happy coincidence that her project focused on this, because we're hoping that from that small example of two communities living in harmony together many hundreds of years ago, people might draw lessons so that the communities, the present-day communities in the South Caucasus will also learn to live together, and that we can have peace for the future and be able to combine forces for the prosperity and well-being of everyone. And I hope that this art exhibit here will help promote that idea. So thank you, Susan.
Amen. It sounded like a prayer.
Okay.
It's a great experience for me. Yeah, they're so like they're independent farmers, basically, which is like American independent farmers, which isn't